Pros and cons. The world blames dad when it's really your mom. When it's really your mom.
What's up, Marty and Raymond?
What's the word? Sorry I'm late. Blame it on this guy because he's Mexican. No, I'm kidding. It's really my fault, but.
Pure alpha.
Yeah.
I don't know if alphas eat at KFC, Marty. I would say that at least you're not a full beta because only vegans are beta. But alphas eat meat, steak, and eggs, bro. Eat some good man food. Pure alpha would eat pure gravy with corn in it.
I eat human beings.
That's about as alpha as you can get.
Okay?
Sounds like Hillary Clinton.
Cannibalism.
Speaking of Hillary Clinton, isn't she due in court in just a few months?
I do believe Hillary Clinton is due. Which is interesting because that's why I think all these distractions, like say this whole NASCAR news things, like
Yeah, Bubba
okay.
Wallace. It's like perfect timing. There's always a series of racial events.
It's always the same type of distraction. And people hate Donald Trump so bad. Like, all this stuff is happening because of the election. It's obvious. People are fooled by it. Like, you know, there's people on my Facebook that are defending the Bubba thing. They're saying, oh man, I can't believe they're trying to say that this is fake. This is a hoax. I'm like, what? You fall for that? Have you seen the interviews? Have you seen this guy defend it? Be like, oh.
Yeah, it's Bubba Wallace is not even a household name, man. He's a nobody driver he's like a D-list actor, basically.
Well, he's Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, he's nobody. He doesn't deserve to be racing with those guys. They put him in there on purpose, and I agree with the idea that this was done by NASCAR to get business and eyes on their organization, because they've been losing money because white people are being distracted since it's pretty much a white base, but now they're all distracted by the world.
Man,
and
who knows? I don't know, because I thought maybe that they were trying to destroy NASCAR because white people like NASCAR. Either way, excuse me, I just ate.
Yeah, it does also do that. It has the same effect that in the eyes of people who believe in racism and these angry blacks and Hispanics and these self-hating whites, they're going to look at NASCAR as, oh, see, I told you, bunch of hillbilly redneck racists.
Exactly, and then it also makes me think of, and I didn't think about this, it just kind of like felt like that's the way it was, is that they're trying everything in their power to like piss off white people, you know, be like, all right, this will be their last straw. Like, it seems like they really want white people to lash out and do something because, I mean, I haven't seen any racist things, any white supremacy or anything like that.
Yeah.
So they're trying to like piss off. They're taking
them
down the statues, getting rid of American history. They're, you know, here the Aunt Jemima things, which her grandson, his great grandson, is super pissed off about it because they're erasing his family's legacy and story.
That she earned that. She wasn't exploited. She made a deal with General Mills and
exactly.
sold it.
It's a moment in time. People act like it's however long ago it was. Like, it's 2020, man.
Yeah, it's not even their business.
It's crazy that there's, like, it's obvious to me that they're just trying to piss off white people. And they're trying to make white people do something so then they can be like, see? It's like when your, like, brother or sister is like, are you mad? And you're not mad, and then she's keep asking you if you're mad until you're mad.
Or like your girlfriend pestering you about something and just trying to get you to react.
Yeah.
That's what they want. There's a guy with a stick saying, do racism. Come on, do something racist.
Mm-hmm.
They want Charlottesville. They want that again. They want whites to go out and march. Then they'll let Antifa loose. They'll have the police stand down. And they know what Antifa and those kind of people are going to do, the angry blacks. They're going to attack.
And there's so many people that are trying to tell you what you can and can't do, what you can't say, all trying to control you. And control is evil, right? If someone's always saying, oh, don't eat that cookie, don't eat that cookie, don't eat that cookie, don't eat that cookie, like just over and over and over again, you're going to be like, yo, shut your mouth, you can grab the cookie and you're going to eat it.
Yeah, shut your pie hole.
Yeah, shut your cookie hole.
Before I send this right to your face.
Before I send this in your face hole.
T Warrior's in the chat. Says good morning. Good morning, T. Good morning. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, what? Like, there's gonna be between now and November, there's gonna be all kinds of new racial events where some other Jesse Smollett type character is gonna come out and cry. And what's messed up is that the damage is done. They show that this was just a damn garage pulley to pull the garage down, but it's done. He's not backtracking. He hasn't apologized. He still stands by it.
Exactly. Same with
It's like-
Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, like where's the apology from Juicy Smollett?
Nothing.
He
He
has
still
never come
acts
out.
like he still acts like it. Like, oh, I was jumped.
It's amazing. Like that's the thing with people who are angry. They will lie till to the grave. Their ego is so big that that female energy is just it'll never let go of that excuse and that lie. It'll just always pin it on you.
Because the way I see it very simply is that the Democrats are mad because Trump's been in office. They've been throwing a fit the whole time. And now that the election's coming up, and it's like obvious that he's going to probably win again because look who he's up against. Out of all the elective people, it was Biden who got it. Wow.
He doesn't know what year it is.
And now they know they're going to lose. And so now they're just kicking and screaming, angry. Like, it's pathetic, really. I mean, it's kind of gross, man. They're willing to destroy cities, ruin the country, all because they're not getting their way.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of spoiled children not getting their way, and they're throwing a fit, and they're letting them.
And here's what I want to know is like, what kind of man, like grown man, finds a rope in his garage and then cries and complains and says, "Oh, I'm broken." Like, I don't care who it is, like, or what it is. You find something in your garage, you're a grown man. You're like, call the mayor. Oh, I found a rope.
Yeah, it's such a weak move to do.
Weak, man.
Just cut it. If you really felt it was a noose, you cut it down. You put another rope up. Like, big deal.
But I still don't get how.
It's not even a noose, bro. And a noose is. It doesn't matter. It's a way of tying a knot, and it leaves you with a little handle. Yes, you could hang people with it in a bigger version, but this was a small version.
It looks like you could hang a squirrel.
Yeah, or like Larry Johnson said, a black dude, ex-football player, based. He's like, "What are you gonna do? Hang a black Ken doll?" It's like it doesn't make any sense. It's just all publicity. The dude, like he nailed it. What kind of grown man goes to cry on The View with a bunch of fat lesbians about we hit the rope in the garage? It's just like, let it go. Like, be a man. Cut it off or do something.
And what was that interview where he was confronted about it, and it was like, yeah, it turns out that this wasn't a hate crime towards you or any kind of thing like that. And
yeah, it was 2019. It was already up there.
Well, it's like, it still represents something that's hurtful. But like, don't you realize that life is empty and meaningless, and we are meaning-making machines, so we can make anything mean whatever we want it to mean? At what age do you become a grown man where you don't cry? It seems so rare now. Like, it's so obvious that they just want to emotionalize people, sensitize people, make all the men emasculated. So it's everyone, all the girls want half a man, half a woman. Everyone's.
Yeah.
It's like, being weak and crying means you're a real man.
Like, women they want you to. Why don't you talk to me and tell me how you feel? I want to know your problems. No, you don't. You want to judge me and hate me.
Exactly.
Because you hate your father still. So you're trying to hate me, and that's the thing.
People like to create a monster so that they can hate them. And it's like just like the Democrats are poking and poking and poking, trying to create someone angry, then they can hate them. And that's what they do with Donald Trump.
They create problems out of thin air.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a problem.
Exactly.
There's a problem.
Because they love to hate.
Yeah, and that's their high. And people who need a high or to feel something and think that that's more valuable than just being like what they would say a robot. I'd rather be a robot. It's peaceful. You don't get pulled up or down.
It's not even a robot. It's just it's more of a robot being programmed and controlled by what everyone tells you, and that you make decisions and are influenced by what everything else around you is. Whatever the movies say, whatever the celebrities say, whoever has a big following and is an influencer, whatever they say, that's what I'll think. That's more like a robot,
Biden sniffs little kids. He sniffs them like booger sugar.
Which reminds me of a song.
Yeah, I'm gonna limit Marty's call to 4 minutes. Marty's saying, limit your call to 4 minutes. No, I'm gonna limit your call to 4 minutes.
It's but non-binary. Biden sniffing kids sexually. He's non-binary.
Supreme Court has given Trump what could be a win on immigration. Currently, if you're an illegal immigrant, you break into our country, you come here illegally, you break our laws, you don't listen, you have a right to a trial, which is amazing because you should have zero rights when you don't live here and you're not from here. But they've been getting away with waiting here while they wait for their trial. Most of them don't show up, they just disappear into the cities and never show up and just stay here illegally.
And the Democrats are like, oh, you're a bad person if you want to have your own country.
Yeah,
Like,
how dare
how
you
dare
not
you?
like uphold your laws? You're a racist because you like, law and order. Yeah, I'm a racist then. Call me. I am the racism. It's like those are just words that mean nothing. So like if you let those words scare you or intimidate you, and you got to backtrack and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Then you lost.
Well, why don't they go to other countries and get mad at them that you're not allowed to just go and invade their countries as a non-citizen? What about them? You're only mad here. You're only going to say, "Oh, America's a racist. It's built on racism and it's horrible." But everyone wants to come here, and you're going to say everyone has the right to come here illegally?
Yeah.
It's like
That wouldn't fly in any country.
exactly.
But they only do it for Western white countries.
It's
and if we're so racist, why do people want to live here?
Because the Democrats want to invade, basically. They need all those votes. That's why Nancy Pelosi's like, we need to change the voting age to 16.
Right, they need the idiots.
We need to get the ignorant ones that don't know what they're voting for. They'll just see Miley Cyrus and go, yeah, I agree with her.
Yeah. Yes, girl. It's ridiculous. It's right in front of our faces. Tucker Carlson had said it best. There's at least 22, upwards possibly 25 million illegal immigrants in this country. 25 million. And the largest gap in voting for president happened in like 1984, I believe. Reagan versus Mondale. And that gap was 17 million votes. That's the largest gap between the winner and the loser. So that means most years it's very small. So if they get 22 million, which is bigger than any gap in history, they will own this country pretty much forever. And that's what they're trying to do, is legalize these immigrants. And if you don't wake up to it and you have even a little bit of hesitation thinking that maybe Richard and Trevor are crazy, no, you're nuts. If they make them legal, we lose this country.
Why do people want to go to work, earn some money, and then give up like 40% taxes, especially here in California, to people who are not citizens, people that just want free stuff, free healthcare? Like I don't get, people defend this stuff, and it just blows my mind. Like, the definition of theft is taking something that's not yours. Now I heard you told me, I think, that they just passed some law in California that they want to have our tax dollars pay for children to transition their
They're going to
sexuality.
create a trust fund to pay for their hormones. They're cutting off their penis and mutilating their vaginas.
And we're paying for it.
For adults and children.
No one
our
voted
taxes.
for that. And first of all, we don't pay to save other people's lives.
Exactly.
So why would we pay for their
we're not paying
surgery?
We're not paying the camp to end abortion, but they're going to take my money to do abortions.
Yeah. They're not using our money to save someone who was in a car accident.
Exactly.
That's an insurance company and whatever health insurance they have. But now we